Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Except Blue Jay. Blue Jay has vanished.
Here.
All right. Hi, Blue Jay.
I was invisible for a moment.
All right. Well, you've used your once per game invisibility, so good.
Okay.
Good stuff.
It's over.
All right. So you you go to you go to your boat and you boat away. Um, and it doesn't, I think, take very long if you travel by the river itself to get to the marsh. And there are along the ways, like they use the river. Basically, the way that the marsh works is if you're closer to the river or to the bay itself, you use boats to carry any of the peat that you've dug up. And you'll carry it along either upriver to the road where it's taken to Flan, or there are a few kind of boats in the southern area of the marsh that you can load up. So each farm has, even if the farm isn't right adjacent to the river, each farm has like a dock or an area that they can go to, and that they're going to use to transit their materials. So as you travel south down the river, down the Trank River, in the direction that this injured young man came from, the further south you get, the louder the drums become. You can hear them kind of echoing off the heavy cloud cover above you, and it begins to rain as you get further into the marsh. So everybody, has to pull the hoods up on their cloaks. You can hear the sound of heavy raindrops pattering off of Lane's armor, making this sort of like metallic pinging as
That
you
must be so cool.
as you head out into the marsh. Yeah, so Lane, like you're standing on the prow of the boat, and there's this like wane light. I guess someone would have to light a. You wouldn't have to light a torch because you can all see in the dark. And then yeah, just like the rain like pattering off of everybody's cloaks and pinging off of your armor. Um, and you arrive fairly quickly. I think it only takes about a half an hour to reach by boat. Um, you arrive at the edge of a farm that appears to have been attacked. You can tell immediately, like when you get there. There's the farm itself. There's some smoke rising from some of the buildings, and you can see there's like these steep embankments that lead up into the marsh itself. Um, and there's a sort of gravel bar along one side where the boat it can be moored. There's a pair of wide weathered wooden stairs that lead up to the farm itself from down where the river is, from the riverbed, so that you don't have to like climb up the sludge. And then from here, you can actually see there are several farms, right? This little trail leads out into, and when I say farms, I mean like clusters of farm buildings. They're probably all like, they're not big enough to form a village, but they all probably know each other and interact, even though the farms are kind of at different points. They share this dock. One of them you can still see smoke rising from the farm itself. But from here, I think you can see there's like a large barn. There's a farmhouse, and then some other miscellaneous, like smaller buildings immediately closest to you. Where would you like to go? Where do you want to start your search?
Do we still hear the drums?
Yes, yeah, you can definitely still hear them echoing through the marsh.
I feel like checking the buildings is probably the way to go.
See if
Yes.
there's any remaining living creatures.
Would be remiss not to do so. Let's head to the closest quickly. Keep your eyes out. Keep your
Not to
weapons
mention, it
drawn.
would be nice to get out of the rain for a little while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You want to head?
As I'm walking along, I've got my great sword already unslung. I just want to stay ready.
Yeah, for sure. In case they're still lurking about.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So which of the buildings do you want to head for? The farmhouse, the barn, or do you want to go and look through some of the other areas? You can just head for the sort of middle of the farm, and I can tell you what the other stuff around is. It's not the closest, but it would give you a fuller view of Reunion Farm.
I think we want to check, or at least I know I definitely do, each building. So it's going to be a closest come. first. I'm gonna check.
Okay,
all
yeah,
of
the barn is the closest structure for sure.
Okay, then I think it's the barn. If everybody's okay following me on that.
Okay, all right, so you have
I've got like my bow drawn and like an arrow knocked, and I'm like looking back at the marsh and like whatever direction the drums seem to be coming from. Like I'm ready to shoot if some non-human, non-bleeding creature comes at me.
you see a bleeding human. What do you do? Make
Not
a perception check for me, Oleander.
Sure. Wow. I'm not super perceptive.
All right, yeah, it's rainy, it's dark. I think the sound of the drums echoing off the cloud cover is kind of throwing off where they are. So you can kind of just hear them under the sound of like the wind and the rain, this repeating like thum 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 in the background. And then there's a flicker, like maybe, and you have to look away because they don't have fucking lightning in the Underdark. But there's a blinding flash from the sky. Everybody else, like it's just a bolt of lightning. I guess Anastasia probably bugs you a little bit too, but you know, so you have to kind of like look away, and then a second or two later, there's a deep rumble of thunder, and the wind starts to pick up from the south off the bay. You arrive at the barn, the closest of the buildings. You can hear the repeated like smacking sound of the barn door open, being like battered by the wind, and you can hear inside the sound of animals, like of livestock. None of you are farmers by trade, though, so you hear animal noises coming from the barn. They don't seem happy. Like there's just some like concerned like lowing maybe and some squealing. But it's not panic. It's not like, oh god, something's trying to kill us. It's just there's some frightened animals in the barn.
Okay, I want to check anyway.
Okay. All right. So you open the door to the barn. The barn itself is a simple, like stout wooden structure. It's a story, kind of a story and a half. Like it's got a hayloft in the top. You enter through the west side through two main doors, but there are a few other ways in and out. And it seems basically to just be like one big area where they keep all their livestock. When you get to the door, you notice that the door that's battering, it's not just because it was left open; it's because it's broken. The area where the latch would be has been smashed, and inside there are far fewer animals than this barn looks like it was designed to hold. You can see a single cow and two small kind of pigs in the back corner. The pigs get upset when you enter the barn, and they start squealing and like kind of like flee to the farthest corner, but they're not willing to leave the barn. They don't run outside. The floor is covered in like claw marks and blood.
Well, it looks like something was here.
Oleander, can you identify perhaps
Can I?
some of the animal's blood? Or
Well, is it human or is it just some kind of gross animal?
Do you make a distinction between humans and gross animals?
No, I don't. But my talent probably does. So
Yeah, I mean, make a nature check.
my rolls are really poop today, but that's
There you
not
go.
bad.
Okay. The blood is not human. No, far as you can tell.
All right. I say as much to Lane. Does not look like this blood came from humans. Probably just farm animals.
Do you even know what a cow is? Like,
No,
it probably came from that mushroom creature over there.
that fat
Yeah, it's like-
thing.
it's like a black and white spotted animal. So to a drow,
Right. Came from that hideous displacer beast. Yeah, you've never seen. I mean, you probably, and again, being in Flan, like, there's not a lot of like cows and pigs around. So there's just some weird creatures in this barn.
well, I don't believe these are our culprits anyway.
That's what you think. This whole adventure is about werepigs.
So you said they don't sound like they want to leave, but they could potentially run away.
Yeah, I mean, the main door is broken open, and you notice one of the side doors is also like broken, and much more severely. This one is just like lying on the floor.
Okay. Right, well, there's nothing we can do for them. So let's move on to the next building.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the farmhouse itself is closest to here. It's an actually fairly well built house. It looks like it's probably warm inside. You can find out by going in, but it's a sturdy looking wooden structure, 20 feet by 40 feet, no bigger. You wouldn't fit anywhere in a family in here. The roof is wooden shingles. There are front and back doors, and one in the front, one extravagance, a window that at one point held glass, but now holds nothing but shards.
So just the window's broken, or
The,
the door's
the window's broken. The door has been torn off its hinges and is lying in the mud. The wind is just sort of blowing through the farmstead.
Okay, well, I'm not optimistic, but perhaps we can get some clues as to more about the assailants. Be wary; they might not remain living.
Okay.
We was before.
So you wanna?
Yes, I was so concerned.
You wanna go inside, Lane?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you enter through the closest door that leads into a sort of like common room. And the first thing you notice is that there's a woodsman's axe stuck in the door, like the door frame. Its handle is broken off. So you walk in, and right next to your head, there's this like metal axe head stuck in the wall with the handle busted off. The room itself immediately, like, you can smell, it smells like blood, and there's some other like musky like smell in the air that doesn't fit with the. It's not just like swamp stink. There's the iron smell of human blood, and then this other kind of like musk in the air. The furniture in the room is broken. There's shelves, but they've been like pulled over, and like broken glass all over the floor. It looks like the place was like ransacked, and not for thievery, right? You don't see like it doesn't look like anything valuable was taken necessarily, but there was definitely a struggle in the room.
I'm going to
Are
be
you saying
honest.
there's something valuable here?
Yeah. No, I'm going to be honest with you, Adam. This building is exactly the same one, copy and pasted all around Terraceful Glades in my head.
Yeah, same.
If we go upstairs and find a rare mob, I'm going to be like super happy.
There is an upstairs.
Yeah, I think we should continue exploring, but like be on your guard because that smell, I can't place it.
I mean, I feel as if whatever it is probably gone. I mean, it's not still here. The people aren't here, and they didn't take anything, so unless it's decided to nest here, whatever it is, I mean, these
Perhaps
lizards.
it's having a snack before it leaves.
I am searching the abode, the main level.
Okay. Are you just describe what your character is doing? What does searching look like for Graveris?
Like if there are any piles of like broken furniture or whatever that might be concealing something, I'm like lifting them up and checking under things. Looking in any like storage space or compartments, or in the fireplace, all that kind of stuff.
And don't forget, you have a magnifying glass in case you can't breathe.
I could bust it out if I find something.
Your
worthy
stalker.
of inspection.
But
Okay. Make an investigation check for me, Graveris.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So investigatory. All right, I will tell you everything. So, yeah, I mean, it's obvious that like forced entry was the first thing that happened, right? That like the door is broken open. You see deep like claw gouges in the floor. The floor is wood, so you can see these like deep scratches that are obviously like gouges. You can see muddy footprints amidst the like blood that's splattered on the floor. The blood is almost all human. There's a darker like stain in one of the rooms. There's some like droplets where whatever attacked the farmers was likely injured, but obviously not killed. The farmers, at least one of them, tried to fight back. The axe looks like it was their weapon of choice, but it didn't do very well for them. And you find on the kitchen floor several. It looks like something bit down on the edge of the kitchen table and then pulled away hard enough to like break off its teeth, because there are three like worn, like reptile looking like teeth sticking at an even interval in the table. You don't see any blood or anything, but there's just these teeth that are jammed into the table.
Damn.
Let's see. Yeah, you see drag marks. So like bloody like handprints being dragged. And like the mud, because they tracked in a bunch of mud when they came in. The mud is like got these like sweeping drag marks that pull back towards the back door. And then you find in the I guess do you go upstairs, or is this just like ground floor search?
Yeah, I'll search upstairs as well.
Okay, so upstairs there's like next to no signs of fighting. There are drag marks, and this may be, I don't know, I'm not gonna tell Graveris how to feel, but this would be where the musical cue gets all like dun dun dun, because you see that someone was dragged out from under the bed. You see like smaller handprints and like drag marks as someone was dragged out from under the bed. There's maybe like a broken like fingernail in the floor. And then there's you notice while you're looking around, and this is the other part of you that kicks into like casing the joint part. You're like, huh, there's a panel of like wooden planks that are a slightly different color than the rest of them on the floor. That would be a great place to store stuff if you weren't, you know.
And yeah, my sword's already drawn, so I just like flip it around in my hand and then like stab it in between the planks and pry it open.
Totally, yeah, just pop it open. Yeah, like it's these simple farmers. They don't know how to hide their, like if you wanted to rob these people, they would have never seen it coming. Yeah, you find a bag, a leather like wrapped bag underneath the floorboards in that area. It was just like super obvious to you.
I pull
Does it
it
have all
out of
the gold
floorboards,
lost?
go like this with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It jingles slightly. In the bag you find 10 gold, 22 silver, and 52 copper, as well as an agate, a silver and agate necklace that looks like quite old, but is only worth 20 gold.
But it's pretty.
Yeah, and if you were a peat farmer, yeah, this would be your like secret stash in case, you know, things go wrong.
Do you mind tracking that for once?
Yeah, I've just written it down on my sheet.
Brilliant, thank you. Oh, you're also stealing it. Yeah, okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
I wasn't.
what, you want me to come back to Lane and be like, oh, hey, Mr. Paladin, I found this money in here?
No, it's totally fine. I just meant for general housekeeping as well.
Lane would be like, you gotta put it back.
That's true.
I don't know if you would actually. It's like the dead.
Oh.
Probably. They probably
Anyways, Graveris doesn't want to chance it, given that you used to be cool, but now you're a paladin.
yeah, very fair.
Man, Lane, you used to be cool.
Harsh tokes. Yeah, well, because, you know, it's like we used to hang out and smoke pot and drive too fast, and now you're a cop, man.
Since you found your religion.
Yeah, not just a cop, a religious cop. Yeah.
We've all seen how that goes.
I was about to say, yeah. You can't give young people religious authority and giant swords.
Graveris just like comes back to the main, like, you know, assembly of us, of our group.
Yeah, so while Graveris is doing that, what's everybody else doing? Is there anything in particular y'all want to be doing? Oleander, Anastasia? You have different like ways of looking at things, so I want to get your opinion on.
While Graveris has been upstairs rummaging around in people's belongings, I've been casting from my lovely book of scary warlock magic, detect magic spell, because it's actually that my eyes can just see magic stuff, but I like the idea of like incanting from the book, so I'm doing that, and then my eyes are all, you know, and looking around for anything magic, like I did in that shop. Same way.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, you and your friends are the most magical things around. I guess the friendship is magic.
Our friendship is the most
Your friendship is the most magical thing in here. But yeah,
quick, turn off detect magic, quick.
Yeah, no, ew, gross. Magical friendship. Ugh. It deals you 1d6 damage to your feelings.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's no evidence of whatever creatures that they were magical or carried any magic with them, or left it behind, I guess. No spells cast
Okay,
here. No,
so
no
there's
conjurations.
there's no residue. There's no magic residue.
Yeah. When you flip on the magical black light, you don't see any. You don't see.
All right, cool. That's what I was doing.
Okay.
I was being useless, rummaging around, poking at things, maybe eating something if there's something in the kitchen. Like,
I mean, the kitchen is just full of disgusting human food, and you're in a gross human domicile where
I
humans used
eat
to live.
human food.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. There's evidence of humanity everywhere.
So I live among humans.
Yeah. That must be hard.
I'm being useless and snacking is what I'm doing. It's what I'm doing.
Okay. And Lane, what are you up to?
I'm being alert. I'm entrusting
alert.
research to my companions, and I'm just like looking out and seeing if in like the flashes of lightning I see any creatures. I guess I'm like lurking in the doorway, looking out around at the rest of the area.
From here, you can see there's two fields, like two places where they harvest the peat from, a north and a south field. There's a shallow stone well kind of in the middle of the collection of buildings. There's another small, like 10 by 10 foot like shack kind of nearby, and then a low structure that you can kind of see through. It looks like it's got like a fence around it. But you can't really get much detail from here because it's quite a ways off. It's the furthest structure from you. There are two other like farms from here. There's a farm to the north and a farm to the south of where you are. And you can't see any sign of light. Like all their of life, their windows are all either shuttered or dark.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait until the rest.
I mean, is there any indication of where the humans have been dragged to from this abode? I mean, they're dragged out the back door, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could try to follow the tracks.
I mean, once we're done here, I would like to do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Great idea.
Okay. Yeah. So you take a look, and yeah, tracking is survival. Make a survival check.
Yeah, survival.
You're tracking humans too, so you're like still good at it.
Am I tracking humans? Yeah. Yeah, they were being dragged. They're human dragged humans.
You're not tracking. You're tracking the draggers, not the draggies.
Well, I mean, I get advantage if I'm tracking the draggies.
You're not tracking the draggies. I'm sorry.
I
So specific.
You.
You'll assist me. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll help.
Who cares? I'm
You can roll on
distracted.
D4 and
Only Gararis tries to help her, and she's just like, "Well, hello."
Yeah, right. He looks particularly dashing in the lightning.
Okay.
Cool.
She gets an 8.
Mask obviously doesn't care about it either. Mask is shipping it too hard to help you. So
Mask is shipping it too hard to help you. Not a sentence I thought I'd hear today.
he's just watching from whatever plane he's in and being like,
Do that.
oh boy. So yeah, you don't really get
No,
any
yeah, it's fine.
And I think it's just that the tracks are too like you're in muddy terrain. There's a lot of like you can see like because the humans are kind of being dragged and it's obscuring the tracks of their captors. The whole place is too much of a mess, and the rain and the wind and everything. It's not prime conditions. I will say this: they go east into the marsh, but beyond that, hard to say.
Okay.
Right. Well, do we want to check the rest of these places? I've not seen any signs of life. I've been keeping an eye out. It would make me feel a little better to make sure, just in case somebody's not managed to hide, but I understand time is of the essence.
If you think it would serve us better to look, then we can look, but I think you're right. We need to hurry.
Yes. It seems like they took some of these people alive. Let's try and keep them that way.
All right, so follow the tracks, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think we head off east, following those tracks that you just mentioned, leading off into the marsh.
Okay, you want to head out marshwise. Okay, so as you're traveling through the marsh, what's everybody doing? Are you like, because it's easy to get lost out in the marsh once you lose track of the farms. That's a thing that might happen. You know, keeping track of where you are relative to other things is important. You know, you're heading out at night into dangerous territory. This is like deep wilderness stuff. And then you're also potentially trying to track the keep track of the lizard men, right? So what's everybody doing while you're traveling the swamp?
I think so that we don't get too lost and we can follow our way back. I still have my ball bearings from when I was a trap guy, so I'll just leave sprinklings of them, like enough so that we would be able to see them on the ground, just like where we'd been, with like the light reflecting off them or whatever, maybe someday.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're being followed by a rust monster who just eats them as you drop them. So.
Oh, lovely.
I'm trying to keep focus on like the actual tracks so that we're following something.
Right, you're headed in a particular direction.
Because if we lose those, then we might start like circling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So mostly I've got my head down, like looking for signs of where we're going next.
So mechanically, I can't say like I'm trying to track these things again, right? Because I tried. And
yeah, you've got the general gist, but someone else would have to make a roll.
I kind of want to find them by way of the drum sounds.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. If you assume that the and I think it's probably a safe bet. If you assume that the drums are connected, you could try to use that as your guide.
Cool. What kind of roll would I make to do that?
I think probably perception in this case, because it's not really about tracking. It's just about keeping. They're kind of your north star. So
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna cast guidance on myself and roll perception.
Okay.
There we go. I got a 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. You can keep the sound of the drums, but it also means that, well, that's fine. We can follow the sound of the drums for tonight, and I'll let you know what happens. Are you just traveling all through the night, or because you haven't like slept today?
I mean,
Yep.
I assume at some point we'd just like be tired enough to not be useful, right?
Well, so what'll happen is I'll get everybody to make a Constitution save. If you succeed, you can push through. If not, you take a level of exhaustion.
We've never done that before.
We've never been exhausted. I think you have actually.
I don't
I think it came
recall.
up before.
I think it came up once, like a long time ago.
Let's just all roll.
Do you want to do that? You gonna press on? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's
You're traveling through the marsh. It's raining. I'm gonna call it a DC. Say DC 14 Constitution save.
Okay.
Good luck. Oh dear, that's not no.
Hey!
Look at the little lizard lady. She's fine. You're good. Honestly,
It turns out mud and rain and whatever, so much less of a problem on scales than it is on skin. Like, didn't know this. Found it out just now.
Yeah. You feel fine. Like not having skin is great. The mosquitoes don't bother you.
Yeah.
But everybody else, by the time like dawn comes, you are exhausted. Like all of you are just like sludging through. Like Lane, you're keeping your head up, but this armor is getting heavier and heavier as you go.
What does exhaustion do?
So
yeah, what is
eventually it kills you, but for right now,
Disadvantage on skill checks.
yeah, there's 6 levels. If you're ever at the 5th level of exhaustion and you fail a check and get another one, you die. But it's disadvantage on any ability check.
okay.
An ability check is, let's see, skills. Yeah.
Skills, saving throws.
No, it's not attack rolls and it's not saving throws. It's skilled or unskilled check. So if I'm like, make a dexterity check, but that doesn't really ever happen in this game. So
No.
it's mostly skills. Yeah.
So our investigation's gonna be great.
So you carry on through the swamp, following the sound of the drums, and just at sunrise, right, you hear this like boom, 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 like all the way through the night, punctuated by an occasional like boom or like crescendo of the sounds. And you definitely realize like as you're tracking it or as you're moving through the swamp that it's not just one like a drummer; it's like a bunch of drums. And then as the sun rises, the drums kind of like fall, like the repetitive sort of thundering sound stops. There are 3 low like booms, like the big heavier drum is like hit 3 times, and then it's quiet. Like that's the swamp just like, and then you can hear when the drums are gone, you hear the the buzzing of the marsh insects and maybe some like bird sounds that are waking up as the sun. And when I say like the sun rises, you can imagine it through like the bayou, like there's all this like hanging moss and you've been trudging around knee deep in cold water all night. So it's not like, yay, it's warm. It's just like, it's slightly brighter out now. Lane can take the goggles off. There's a big like mark of kind of mud around your eyes.
Is it bright enough that those of us with sunlight sensitivity are having problems now?
No. The marsh is well shady, so you're fine.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, and then now with the drums gone, you have nothing to follow. You can kind of like head in that direction, but it'll be much harder to track by memory of a direction rather than the direction itself.
Well, do we want to take a short rest to recover our exhaustion? How do we recover exhaustion?
Long rest.
It's a long rest, yeah.
Do we want to long rest?
In the middle of a swamp.
I mean, what choice do we have? We're lost, essentially, right?
Without the drums as a guide, it's gonna be.
And we've obviously left whatever path we were following to follow the drums, right? It's not the same path.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think it's worth trying to pick up some sort of trail, even at a disadvantage.
I mean,
If
I
we
think
work
so
together,
too.
We can still be this, and like Lane is saying this out loud. It's like it's still worth doing. We shouldn't stop. There are people who need us.
Let me see if I can pick it up. Maybe I can see something.
So,
I'll try and help.
Can I roll something, Adam?
Well, tell me what your character's doing.
Looking for any signs of lizard folk passing through this way.
Okay.
So maybe investigation.
Yeah, I think investigation is fair.
All right. How's that?
she's not
16?
exhausted.
Yeah, exactly. You're not exhausted, so you're fine. Yeah, I think what happens here is like you've stopped and everybody's like kind of catching their breath, and Anastasia, you're looking around for signs of like marks on the nearby trees or any of that, and because you got that 16 on the investigation check, I think you spot them before they spring up out of the water. You maybe see like a finned kind of like crest move through the water in the gray light, and you're able to recognize it right away as like, uh-oh, wait a second, there's a lizard man right there.
I get the chance to say, I don't think we're going to have to find them before whatever's about to happen.
I'm already aware.
Okay. Yes, you're very alert. It's fine. It's not that you're aware of their presence. You just feel the danger. So let's roll. We'll roll initiative as normal because Anastasia is able to point out the ambush long before it occurs.
Hooray!
So give me a second.
Thank you.
Give me a second to pop
You're
these
welcome.
creatures onto the correct layer.
You are welcome, everyone. Don't even. Why am I like
In the middle
large?
of here, let me fix the size of you. Bloop.
There we
No,
go.
you're so little to me now. You're incredibly
Let
tiny.
me set your-
Kobolds are tiny.
Yeah.
No, like way tiny.
Yeah. She's supposed to be like way
Yeah.
tiny. Also, I'm gonna change it so it only displays your first name because we don't need the whole name on your character.
No, we don't.
There you
You're
go.
so small.
All right,
Kobolds are-
so Oleander, you
kobolds
lose your first turn marveling at how small Anastasia is. You never noticed
Oh,
it before,
God.
and now you're just
What
like,
are you doing?
why are you so small? No,
Kobolds are
No, why is there a lair action?
there isn't. I'm clearing the initiative. It's from before. Go ahead and roll.
Kobolds are 2.5 feet tall. They're small. They're very small.
That lair action terrified me.
Lane, let me add you because
Yeah, I did it once and then you got rid of it.
it's cool. I got you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I didn't send it to my tracker.
I am super not used to like dragging the character sheet across
Right.
like a laptop screen. It's like normally it's popped out in a different thing, and I'm like,
All right,
oh.
let me pop up my lizard folk here, and then they're going to attempt to ambush you.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, they think they're being like real sneaky and stuff, but y'all are quick and on alert. Okay, there we go. Okay, go ahead, Lane. Surprising no one with your monster initiative. Let's just talk a little bit about the terrain here. So where it's brown, the like raised areas, you can move around on that, no problem. Anything that's like denser foliage, so like this kind of bush or any of these trees, that's kind of like waist high on a human, plants. That's difficult terrain. And then unless you have a swimming movement rate, all the water is difficult terrain as well. So it counts as twice as many squares of movement.
Hard to fight in a marsh.
Yes, it is that. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Okay, so I make my way up here, and with the javelins I bought in my downtime, I'm going to make a ranged attack against the lizard folk to the north of me.
All right, so he's got some cover in the bushes there, but you can definitely make the attack.
Okay, yeah, I think it's worth doing anyway.
Okay.
Boop.
Yeah, they've got pretty good armor class, but I think you still hit even with the cover. Yep, yeah, you hit him. So you throw the javelin, and it flies straight, goes through the bushes.
Do I want to? Yeah, I'm gonna smite as well.
You can you smite with a missile weapon?
I think so.
I am not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain that you can.
Okay.
I'm also not certain you can't either. So let's check.
Yeah, I'd normally look this up myself.
I'm looking right now.
Thank you.
Smite. My divine smite, starting second level when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack.
Gotcha.
There you go. So they're not thunderbolts from heaven. This is a sword type of a deal. So yeah, just go ahead and roll your damage. All right.
That would be awesome though.
Okay. So you hurl the javelin, and the lizard folk in the brush tries to block it with his shield, but it bounces off the shield and spears him, and he grunts in pain. Cool. All right, Anastasia, is your turn.
I will. Okay, this is all difficult terrain here, so I can get I can't run that far. That's fine. I am going to move into these bushes here. Just right quick.
Okay.
And just so I'm a little bit further away from my party.
Yeah, you've got some cover now too.
Hint, like 10 feet, please, everyone. And then
Anastasia likes her space.
And then I am going to hex the lizard man to the left and down. That guy, yeah.
This one, okay.
This guy. I'm gonna hex him and then Eldritch Blast.
All right, so he's got cover as well.
I summon up the powers of the Eldritch Blast. That infernal words crackling in your ears.
Blast him eldritchly.
As I 17.
17. Let me check. Cover gives you, depending on the amount of it, it's 2. 2 for half cover. Okay, so you just barely hit him.
Hell yeah. 11 damage.
Nice. All right. Yeah, he roars in pain. There's a blast of eldritch energy that throws swamp water and debris all over the place. And he roars angrily.
And hex.
Yeah, and then hex him with the thing.
Because I forgot the hex for 3.
Okay. All right. So he takes 3 more. Oleander, it is your turn.
I am going to, if I were to be over here-ish, would he still be undercover?
No, if you can get that far, yeah, you've got.
I can, I think, with my movement speed. 30. Yeah, that's 20. It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay, so I go over there. I Hunter's Mark, the same guy that has the hex on him.
Okay.
And because he is under max hit points, I get to do extra damage if I hit. So let's hope that it works, right?
I like your enthusiasm.
No,
Oh no!
no,
All right,
no.
draw fire, and he blocks it with his shield. They've got these like turtle shell like shields, and it sticks into the outside of it.
I can't use any of my cool shit.
All right, so the lizardoids. He's going to swim on over to you, Oleander. So he dives into the water, swims towards you, and bursts up out of the water to attack. He is a lizard folk, so he gets 2 attacks. He's going to try to... Oh yeah, I remember. All their weapons are the same. He's going to just try to hit you with his club and his bite. So he swings his heavy club at you and hits you.
Barely a hit.
For 5 damage. Knocks you back and then lunges to try to bite you. And hits for 6 damage. He remembers that you killed his friend in that other fight, and now he's like, nah.
He remembers that.
So these lizard men, they're like a dull kind of amber color. They have they darken to like black around their eyes or at the ends of their hands and their tail. They're mostly amber or like ochre colored, kind of a like yellow brown. Yeah, this one just sunk his teeth into you. This guy, let's see. I think because Lane is standing out in the open, I think these ones are just gonna throw javelins. So let's start with this guy here. So 1 javelin. Got a 19.
Yep.
Okay. So hit you for 3.
Okay.
And then he's gonna move and make his second melee attack. Let's see. 5. Yeah, he can still make it. Okay, and then he rushes up to follow along, and takes a swing with his club.
Can he do that?
Yeah, I think so. Makes 2 attacks. Oh, it says he makes 2 melee attacks. Okay, so I mean 6 in one, half dozen the other, though, right?
Right.
He misses anyway. You're an impenetrable wall of iron and fury. Okay, and then the other one, he'll swim over to you, and then he'll make 2 melee attacks, as go the rules.
Good.
Let's see. Oh no, he can't get to you. He'll stop here and he'll throw a javelin. Just throw the 1 javelin at Graveris. Because it is a missile attack. No, he misses. Okay, so now he's exposed there.
Yeah, I love the mental image of like lizard men throwing javelins. I don't know why, but like the like snaky swim pop up javelin throw
Yeah,
thing.
it's cool. Hey,
It gives me a
It's
good.
kind of like it's like activating a pod in XCOM.
Yeah,
so-
it is. It is a little bit like activating a pod in XCOM, exactly.
okay, so this guy will move. Oh, hang on, Graveris. You guys stay where you are. This guy, I've still got 1 more lizard.
Right. The 4th lizard.
Let's see. He can go to there. Let me just double check the
How-
movement speed.
How do you do that one?
30.
The double point movement.
The which one?
Where
Oh,
you,
click your figure so you pick it up, so you have it in hand. Hit space, and then as you move, it'll show you how far you moved it. If you hit space again, it'll waypoint it for you, so you can see moving around corners and stuff.
oh, that's really cool.
It is really cool. It's super useful when you're trying to figure out like how much terrain you're moving through. All right, so this dude, he's gonna move out here, and then he will he'll throw. Graveris, what's your actual armor class? It says 12 on your figure.
Oh, it's 16.
Yeah, it should be 16. Okay, I'll fix it for you. Okay. All right, so he'll attack you, Graveris, because you and Anastasia have the same AC right now. So let's throw. Unless he can get up to you. Unless he can get up to you and... Yeah, okay. He's not going to attack. He's just going to get all up in your shit. All right. The lizard folk are done.
Yay.
Graveris, it is your turn.
You see, the problem with being close to me
problem being close to me is I pull your soul out through your mouth.
The problem with being close to Graveris is that he just doesn't know how to love.
Yeah.
And
There's some issues there.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna go over here and help Lane, so he can take a swing at me. That's fine. Before I move, I will cast my bonus action armor spell on myself, so I'm AC 18.
Okay.
Shield of Faith on myself,
All right. So you're gonna Shield of Faith, and then
move.
yeah.
So he gets an attack of opportunity.
All right. Let's see here. Oops. Hold on. Lizard folk. All right. He will attack with, I don't know, his spiked shield.
bonk.
And try to bash you. No, he does not succeed. You evade his shield. Okay, cool. And then you skulk up into the bushes.
I will attack this other guy.
Okay.
I will move here.
Yeah, you got plenty of movement right there.
I got lots of movement. to spare,
10,
so.
20, 30. Yeah, that's
Short
less.
sword.
Perfect. Unfortunately, with an 11, you get sneak attack, not advantage. So you, yeah, you would have hit him, but he's pretty well defended. They have heavy scales, and then also he's got a shield. So yeah, you're not able to penetrate his defenses. Lane, do you want to make a go at it?
I sure do.
Okay.
Lane, I'm gonna need you to move at least a little bit around this guy. By the way.
Up to like here.
Yep, that's perfect.
All right.
Wait, is it? Hang on.
No, you need to move to the other side of him.
Yeah, no, that's still not good. Yeah, over there. That's fine. That's perfect. Thank you.
We're just like yelling above like the din of battle, like, oh no, just that way.
Move, fool!
Yeah, I know. That square right there.
Okay. I'm gonna give him a bonk.
Nice. Yeah, you definitely hit him with your greatsword.
God, how tough are these things? I mean, if you're about to spellcast it before it can have a turn, do you think you're gonna kill it with your spell? If I just do a normal melee swing?
Just melee it and we'll see.
It's a pretty good melee swing.
That's a very good melee swing. It doesn't kill the lizard folk, but it does grievously injure it.
Okay.
I think if Anastasia can do it some more damage, chances are pretty good you'll put it down.
Okay. Speaking of, I believe it's my turn. So seeing and seizing my opportunity, I'm gonna move here and then here. Or no, not there. Oh god damn! Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this so I can get.
I think you have to take an attack.
I'm gonna take an attack of opportunity on the way through, but I'm gonna make it to here.
Okay. I just want to see. So where were you? You were here, right?
Yeah. So
Okay,
if I
just
go like
count,
that, I
so-
can totally do it.
10, 20. You want to be there?
No, I want to be in the next one.
What's your
over.
movement rate? 30?
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
because the
I'm just moving into difficult terrain.
yeah,
but not
it is when
forward.
you move into it, it counts as double. I think
Oh, fuck.
yeah, I think you
This-
can go.
This is land, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like land to me.
Well, it's still land, but it's covered in that's foliage. It's only the like mostly brown squares. Let me just double check for you. So 5,
10,
10,
15, 20.
so
No,
that's
I can do it.
20.
5, 10, 15, 20,
30.
25.
It's 30 to there.
But it isn't though. Look.
See.
Look.
Okay,
So
10
so
or
5.
5, yeah.
5.
Next one over in diagonal is 10,
Yeah.
15 up.
Oh, it's the
25.
diagonal, yeah, and then diagonal in there. Yep, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, no, I can totally
He's
do that.
playing hopscotch over here.
And you don't get an attack of opportunity. That lizardman has already
Oh,
used
he's
his
already had his
reaction.
reaction,
Yeah,
you're
to
right.
try to bonk Graveris.
So I'm going to move to this square and I'm going to put my book down, open it to the right page, and let forth the illustrated, weird, like angular tentacles of the Hunger of Hadar.
Excellent.
Or not Hunger, Arms of Hadar.
Lots of stuff
I
I was
involving
talking about
Hadar.
Hunger of Hadar because it's right next to one of my spells that I was reading.
The Arms of
Looked in the
Hadar.
next poem, and I saw
Uh,
milky, otherworldly
It's
tentacles.
the best kind.
So they need to all roll strength saving throws, I think. I might need to check out Arms Fadar in just a second.
Okay. Yeah, you let me know what I got to roll. And then...
Fadar, tell me, Wiki. They take 2d6 necrotic. Yeah, strength saving throw.
All right, and what's the DC?
The DC is 12.
12? All right, so then we'll do the one between Lane and Graveris first. Okay, the one, we'll go clockwise around.
Yeah.
And then the bottom one. And this, it's half if they succeed, right?
It is half, and if they don't succeed, they lose their reaction.
Okay, all right, so top guy here takes half. So we're looking at 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit less than I hoped, but
Guy around takes 3, and then this guy takes 7.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a reaction anyhow. Okay, Oleander, it is your turn.
I just want to not be away from the party fighting one lizard man for
Yeah.
God.
Have you gotten tired of that yet? This is how every encounter is going to be. I'm like, you see 17 dwarves, and you're out in the desert, and then it's a lizard man. Oleander, you have to fight him by yourself. Single combat.
Anyway, I still want to try and hit him with my sword now because I know that it's a dex weapon and not a strength weapon, and it doesn't suck. So I'm gonna try and sword him. I'm useless.
How many short swords do you have? 2?
What?
Do you not have 2 short swords?
No, I don't have 2 short swords.
Okay. Buy a second short sword.
Am I
Don't
allowed?
tell her how to play your character, Dave.
No, but
Okay.
mechanically, am I even allowed to make 2 attacks per turn? Like,
Absolutely.
I think you have to take a skill to do that. There's like a specific ranger thing.
Mm-mm.
Not until
No, you can draw
fifth.
world short
Not
swords.
until 5th level.
No, you can draw world short swords. It's a bonus action to attack with an offhand weapon.
Yeah, it just takes your bonus action. Whereas I think the dual wielding thing just is
Sorry, that wasn't meant to be prescriptive. Take it is it's like next time you're in town, take a short sword. It's
Right.
just
It's
just
possible.
for action economy's sake.
You can possibly grab another one if you wanted.
I had no idea.
All right, cool. So that was a 11.
I mean, if you let the lizard men get away because you don't take a readied action to shoot it as it flies away, then I'm going to be mad. But until then, we're totally fine.
What is this going on right
What's
now?
happening?
I'm not
I
sure
tried
whether
to
I should.
get
I'm not
it.
sure whether I should laugh or like chastise you right now.
I'm
Oh,
kidding. I
definitely chastise.
don't mind that much, honestly. I don't. I'm
No.
kidding. I'm sorry, Bleach. I'm just messing.
Fine. I tried to hit it. I did not hit it. I don't have a second melee weapon.
Okay.
I'm just messing.
I want to check on, so Hex is still
Hex
Up?
is still on the one that Blue Jay
on
is
the one
fighting.
Blue Jay's fighting? Okay, and Hunter's Mark, same thing. Okay. All right. So, lizards. Big lizards want to kill small lizard. So they're going to both move, and they're going to start chewing on little lizard here. Don't you tentacle me. All right, so attacking Anastasia, who has cover against missile attacks, but not against these guys. Let's just do some clubs.
Bring
and,
it on! I am the superior lizard.
clubs and bites. Bite,
You realize they both
Club.
have 2 attacks on you.
bite,
That's fine.
club,
I'm gonna be fine. Don't worry, everybody. It's
bite,
it's
bite,
totally,
bite, club, club, club.
It's
Okay,
totally cool.
so 3 hits, 1 bite, 2 bite, and the club.
Yep, still good.
16
Still
16 damage.
Totally good.
So they tear into the bushes, and this is very much like a Jurassic Park, right? Because you're small, you're in the bushes. They leap into the bushes, and we just see the bushes like rattling and them like shrieking and lots of lizard noises. Yeah, it's a huge mess. This very injured lizard man is going to attack Lane a couple of times.
These guys are getting another Arms of Star next turn.
So club on Lane. Ooh.
What a jerk.
Okay, and then a bite. Wow, I wish I had advantage. So you get hit with the club pretty bad, but you fall back and he snaps the air in front of you.
Right.
And then meanwhile, down upon yon bottom sector of the map, a bite and a club for Oleander.
Probably gonna die. No, it's hits. All hits.
Okay,
Lots of hits.
the bite and then the club. So you take 7. All right.
Like, you jerk hole, stop biting and clubbing me.
The biting and clubbing has ceased temporarily. Graveris, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Oh dear. It's a very low number on that die that you rolled.
You drop your sword and stab your toe.
Go ahead, Lane.
Oh,
Take it away.
Does that hit?
17? Yes, it does.
Okie dokie.
It surely do.
Yep, for 9 more damage.
All right, this one's very dead. He only needed 1 more damage, and then
Oh.
you did him 9, so he's a corpse now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you while he's defending himself against Graveris, right? Like having this extra combatant, he's got his shield kind of turned that way. He's focused on Graveris, and you're able to just lop his head off.
Yep. So I say, Anastasia, do you need assistance?
Probably, but I can't promise I won't hit you with something.
My beloved arms.
Like I nod towards you, and then I kind of go 10, 20, 30, so I'm coming round to be able to sort of help next time if I can.
Cool. I am going to do the same thing I did last. What is it? My turn yet? Yeah, kind of. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. Second verse, same as the first. The book is still spewing tentacles in various directions, bludgeoning lizardmen.
Okay.
So, bop.
Is it literally the same?
Roll your strength saving throws, please.
Okay.
Lizardmens.
12.
Okay. Let me see here. And it's just the lizards, right? You're not hitting any of your...
Nope. Strength saving throws
Home
from the
friends.
lizards.
All right. So the lizard to the right totally flubs it, and the lizard to the left succeeds.
Damn it.
So
I was hoping they'd both fail so I could just run out of there.
the lizard who flubbed it takes some damage, and then the one that didn't.
Oh, they
A lot
can't
less.
take reactions either way.
Oh, can't they? Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
So then what's the saving throw for? Just half
Just
damage?
the half damage.
It's the half damage. All right. So they both lose their reactions, so
Mhm.
I can get
Oh,
out of
never mind. Sorry, I read it all wrong. Yeah.
Okay, Andrew. Don't get my hopes up like this and then dash my hopes immediately. All right, I stay where I am because I don't want to die. Or I don't want to die right now. I'm gonna die next turn when they get to do stuff.
Seems good.
Actually, the one on the right got it, so I can move like left a little bit. Or
Yes.
here.
Yeah, exactly. You're still safe. Okay. All right. So, Oleander, it is your turn.
I'm so not hitting people right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just really want this guy to get wrecked, please. Can you please just die?
I mean, he eventually.
No, no, you can. I'm going to die. He's going to be fine. I'm gonna die.
Oh, look, it's like
Right.
Christmas. It's like Christmas in your roll box.
You know you should shut your butt.
Yeah, nothing. Just you're not a sort. You're having flashbacks.
Oleander lays on the ground and like gives up.
Just take out your shovel and begin to dig your own grave.
God, the crit miss, crit fail is just like,
It hurts so bad.
yeah, it does.
All right,
We'll get over there and help soon.
the
Yeah,
lizard,
not soon enough.
Oleander,
Telling
your lizard friend. Yeah, he
you double.
He bite and clubs you.
One-twos me. And misses.
yeah, he misses.
Ah!
So
He can't-
alive.
He can't penetrate the shield of your incompetence, and you're safe.
Yeah, it applies both ways. It's just a zone of terrible fighting.
It's what's the phrase? Like, it's for
Newborn.
describing the U.S. military. Like, the reason.
Goodbye.
Oh no, it's an oxymoron.
No.
Is it?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know the word you're thinking of.
No.
Mutually assured destruction.
No. Wait, let me do it. It's like a phrase that people use. God, it's gonna be dumb now.
You're gonna have to. All right, you can listen. Here's how it's gonna go. On your turn, you can make an attempt to remember the thing you're trying to remember.
Okay.
It doesn't cost an action. It's a bonus action. It's for Dave, not for Lane. In the meantime, though, Anastasia, Let's see these lizards. They're mad at you and your
Do
tentacles.
it. Do it. They really don't like my. They don't like my scary book.
Okay.
They've never been fans of the Reading Rainbow.
So yeah, it looks like the second lizard man. The one, I think this is the one that wasn't as badly armed of Hadar. The other one's kind of still got tentacle drunkenness. So the second one bit you and clubbed you for a total of 9.
I am down.
Okay. So they chase you up out of the bushes and then knock you on your butt.
That they do.
And cool, Graveris, it is your turn.
I can't imagine what I could accomplish in this particular moment. But maybe what I'll do is I'll lend Oleander a hand because she's all getting.
Can you even get over here though?
I'm gonna shoot a guiding bolt at this guy.
Oh, hello. Ranged attacks.
Is a 16 a hit?
It absolutely is, yes.
Yes.
I do 11 radiant damage to it.
Come
And
to my
it
rescue.
has advantage.
And this is the closest one? This one?
This is the hex.
No, it's
oh.
my.
Oh,
the
that's
one
right. Yeah,
trying
the
to
one that's
kill
all the
me.
fucking way over there. Right, he doesn't have cover anymore. I should take that off. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
like
misheard you. This guy,
There's
yeah.
just use this situation over
Nuked.
there as I take stock of things. And I'm just like, Oleander needs help. And just like out of the swamp, this like ray of light it like engulfs it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the creature's life is stolen away from it, and its lifeless body slumps into the swamp.
I am so happy. Not dead.
Yeah.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather fight the lizardman on your own some more?
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can bring him
this
back
is
to life if you
your
want.
style,
We
but-
can have him just come back.
All right. Time for Lane to just. They're standing next to each other, Lane. You can cleave them.
If only.
All right. What are you doing, Lane?
I'm moving into melee.
Okay.
Which of the two looks more injured? Sorry,
They
I've
look
moved
about equally beat up.
about equally.
Yep.
Attack the bottom one, the
Yeah, the one that's
southernmost.
closest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh dear.
This time.
All right. So you swing your sword out and it like embeds in the shield of the lizard man and he snarls at you. Anastasia. Un save de mort, please.
Please don't.
Pardon-moi, Adam. Parle français avec moi.
Please don't get it.
All right.
Two.
That's 2 saves.
Where's my death saving throw? Don't waste my saving throws, guys. Come on.
Wait, is that Dave?
There
Did
you go. Yeah,
make it
Lane was making death saves.
How did I click that? I wasn't even touching the laptop.
It's fine. So Anastasia, you got one. You're fine.
Sorry about that.
Cool. All right, Oleander.
I'm gonna
Your
try
foe is-
and
your
do
foe is dead.
anything. I'm gonna try and do anything at all effective.
I believe in you.
Get over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to this fellow.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and shoot him effectively with my bow that I can use effectively sometimes, I suppose. No.
Oh boy. Wow. Y'all are rolling real bad
That's
in
like
this fight.
4 ones in a row.
Yep. I'm just looking at Gravaris and thinking about how he saved my butt.
Is that whose butt you're thinking about? All right,
Yes.
the lizard folk. The lizard folk. They will rain blows down on Lane.
Sounds good.
Let's see how that goes.
Sounds about.
Bite, club, bite, club. Nothing. Just a lot of nothing. So you're just like taking these hits as the lizard men attempt to bash you to death, but you are unscathed. Gravaris?
I go here.
Mm-hmm.
I sword the lizard.
Okay.
So it is face brow.
One of us needs to do something.
There you go. Yeah, you hit him. Good job.
hit. Good hit.
Okay. Nice.
10 damage.
Okay, great. You stab the thing in the side, and it snarls angrily, but continues to fight on. Lane.
Right. I'm going to attack the southern one still. Nope, not having any luck. I'm
Okay.
too busy blocking all their stuff to get any good hit of my own.
Yeah, totally. Anastasia.
I try not to die.
Please don't.
Yeah, there's another one. All right, you're stabilizing.
Come on.
We're doing all right here.
Oleander.
I look at my ugly ass arrows and I whisper to one, I'm like, if you don't fucking, and I just, yeah. I'm so
You're talking to your ammunition now.
Yes, I'm very upset. Okay.
Don't embarrass me.
Thank you.
There you go.
It listened and it did what it's
all
supposed to do.
All you gotta do is threaten the inanimate object.
That's right.
Anyway, so I
Wow.
get 10, and then I get my hunter's mark damage, so that's 1d6, and then I get an extra 1d8 because I'm awesome.
Whoa.
1d8, blow.
So 21 damage.
Nice.
All right.
Where was that all fight?
I don't know. I was very distracted. Okay.
It's dead. You kill it. You just
Yeah,
put an arrow
That
through
one
it.
ugly ass arrow doing work.
It's extremely dead. Cool. Okay. So the last remaining lizard is going to just attack Lane. I think that's the plan.
We're
Yeah.
going to attack the person who's managed to stab him in the side.
I'm gonna attack you, buddy. I'm gonna attack you. That's what I'm doing. All right. He doesn't hit. Gavaris, you wanna put this thing to bed?
I'm gonna tuck it in and read it a bedtime story. Watch.
Nice.
I'm still reading the story. It's not ready to go to bed yet.
It keeps like it's upstairs, but it keeps like wandering down the stairs and pushing its head into the living room, and you're like, go back to bed.
It's 10 o'clock. We agreed to this.
The fight really wants a glass of water.
Yeah.
All right, Lane.
Yeah.
Let's see if Papa Lane can put it to bed. Nope. The fight that would not die. So yeah, the lizard man is obviously the champion of their people. Cannot be slain.
Man.
So let's go ahead and have Anastasia make that death save. There you
Oh,
go. You
thank God. I was
stabilized.
fearful that was going to be something being put to bed that wasn't a lizard man.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
Elf rolls a 1. The lizard man attacks her.
All right, Oleander, do you want to try?
Yeah, I'm full of confidence once more. I
Good.
moved my hunter's mark to the living lizard man,
Sure.
and I abuse this arrow as well for not.
You miss. So yeah, he just puts his shield up, thunk, arrow hits it, and he's snarling fearily, trying desperately to stay alive.
God damn it.
Let's see. Let's try some more lane attacks. Bite, and let's try use. Ooh, there we go. All right, he bites you for 9, and then let's try the shield. The shield bash this time. The spike shield is a miss. All right,
Okay.
Gavaris.
All right. We got the glass of water, more milk, and fucking food.
Jeez.
There you
Boom.
go. All right.
The flam.
You do it. He's corpseified. So the last of the lizard men, you stab through his armored plating into
So maybe his big bite on Lane in that previous round. He's like still trying to like wrench his teeth out of the like metal plates or whatever, and I just run my sword through his chin.
squished. Yep, he's toast. Cool. So yeah, and then the marsh falls silent. I mean, I guess aside from all the like bug noises.
I go collect my arrows and I swear at them the whole time.
So the only reason you can collect half is because the ones that missed you just break and throw into the swamp.
Yes.
I like that. That's good. Okay, cool. So you've defeated these lizard men. But it doesn't look like these are the ones that like captured the farmers. You don't see any evidence around of like captives. You don't hear anyone being like, help, I'm stuck in a lizard cage. It's like just quiet.
They don't look like they recently ate a bunch of humans.
No, I mean looking at their teeth, you don't see bits of like hair or clothing or anything stuck in them. So.
Do we see bits of gold?
What like just on them?
In their
Pretty
teeth.
arrows?
Did anyone pick me back up, or am I still?
You made 3 saving throws, aren't you? Aren't you?
but I'm
Well, no one's
poisoned,
giving
so
you
I'm
any hit
cautious.
points, so.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I was going to wait till everybody had done saying their words.
Okay, sorry.
I'll give you a nice little hit point just so you're conscious.
Just
1 little hit point.
collected.
So generous.
Yeah, if you need more, it doesn't matter. It's just like if we have 1 and we get an opportunity for a long rest, then whatever. But
Okay. I think, Anastasia, when you wake up, you notice because actually, does anyone else speak Draconic or just you?
I think I do.
I do not.
A couple of people do. other
Okay.
than me.
Yeah. Only Gravaris doesn't.
Okay, so anyone who isn't Gravaris, then, you notice that there's a Draconic rune that's been like branded into the like shoulder of all of these lizard men.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it's not like a word in Draconic, but it's like a specific like a Draconic like sigil, kind of like a signature or like a mark of heraldry would be in common.
we don't recognize it from perhaps any of the notes from the last adventure or anything we found in the lair of.
I don't think you've ever seen anything like this before.
Okay.
Yeah. The lizard folk carry only otherwise their weapons, and a few like personal but otherwise valueless items. Bits of like maybe one of them has like a necklace with some like bones on it. One of the lizard folk has a like a gourd with a stopper in it tied to his belt.
A gourd with a stopper?
Yeah, like a squash, a dried squash or something that's been it's used as a
vessel.
It's a vessel.
I
It's
smell. I uncork it and smell the cork.
Okay.
What's the bouquet like?
Foul
Smells
indeed.
gross.
You could make a
This is where all the lizard men pee.
gross, Anastasia. You could make a roll. You're not proficient with like poison, are you? Or alchemy or okay. Just make an intelligence check.
I'm working on alchemy, but I don't have it yet.
Yeah, make an intelligence check with disadvantage. Oh, it's disadvantage anyway because you're exhausted. So
I'll cast guidance on myself, so I get an extra 1d4.
all right. So 9 plus your 10.
10.
Okay. Yeah. You can't tell what it is, but you definitely know you shouldn't drink it.
Okay, great. So I put the cork back on it, and I'll keep it with me.
Okay. Cork it. Cool. You have lizard man gourd. Good stuff. Let's take our second break here at the end of this fight, and then y'all can decide what you want to do, how best to press on. You could take a rest and then wait for the drums to begin again at night if they do, or you could try to track these lizardmen to where they were from. You can ponder it on your break.
Many options.
Yeah, and when we get back, you can let me know what you want to do.
Very well.
Stick around. We got more swamp D&D action coming at you. We'll be right back.